Hello friends and fans, welcome to Agato Getaway. I am Lena if this is your first time here. If you are returning, welcome back. If you have been watching my 30 Days of Pride, you may recognize what I am wearing because I just finished filming my Cord With Me video and I'm trying to catch a few videos, stack them up so that I have those queued for the next couple of days so that I can get focused on work because I have a photo shoot tomorrow and I'll talk about that in another video. Today, in this video, I want to talk about my fashion brand. If you don't know, I am an independent fashion designer. I run Agato Designs, and this channel, Agato Getaway, is my break from that. It's, you know, something I like to do in my free time. I have a bunch of things. It's like the Instagram is the same name because it's the same thing. It's my getaway. Just like a vacation from work, you know? So I want to talk about my brand and queering fashion and how I do that. And if you don't know what queering is the verb form of the word queer, according to Wikipedia. It comes from the shortened version of the phrase queer reading. It is a technique that came out of queer theory in the late 1980s through the 1990s. It is used as a way to challenge heteronormativity by analyzing places in a text that utilize homosexuality or identify binaries. So, if you don't know, I did also do a video where I talked about gender-affirming clothing and how important that is. So today I want to talk a little bit about like how I believe clothing has no gender. As I mentioned in the other video, gender-affirming clothing and clothing having no gender, while contradictory ideas are not, neither one of them is exclusively correct. You should always wear whatever clothes you feel most comfortable in and happiest in. I wear a lot of either rainbow clothes or a lot of black. My whole closet, it's just a mix of a million different things because I so strongly believe in wearing clothes that matches my mood and just using clothing as a form of self-expression. So my closet is a more is more kind of situation and I have anything that I could ever need for any time. Does make organization a bit of a nightmare considering my limited space. But I do like to challenge gender norms. I love wearing dresses even though I identify somewhere in the gender fluid spectrum and I have days where I am more masculine. Even on those days sometimes I'll still end up wearing dresses, but I do end up honestly dressing a little more frumpy that days because I can't in certain aspects be bothered to care to be pretty on those kinds of days. I love trying to find that middle ground between androgyny and femininity and masculinity and just balance all of that into a single look. My next collection that I'm doing is actually kind of inspired by that. Well, to be honest, it's become more inspired by Midsummer's Night's Dream, and if you've never, watched that, seen that, read that, that's okay. The Reduced Shakespeare Company has an amazing little quip that I will try and link if I can find it up above. That is, well, actually, the scene is a combination of all of Shakespeare's comedies because they're less entertaining than his tragedies. But there's one line that's it's the story of a bunch of lovers getting caught in a woods where a fairy court pours the aphrodisiac juices of hermaphroditic flower into their eyes, and then chaos ensues. And that is the kind of energy I want to put into my upcoming collection. So I've decided just yesterday to change the name, because I was calling it Magical Marvels, and now I'm going to call it Midsummer Magic, I think is what I've settled on. We're doing that photo shoot tomorrow, and I can't wait to share more of that with you guys here, probably in a day or two, which is exciting. I love incorporating random rainbow prints into as many of my releases as possible. It is just one of, this dress I'm wearing right now. I picked it because it was such a bright, so many colors, floral, that I felt I could work into a dress and use it for. I released it as part of a pastel collection that wasn't completely Pride themed, but it ended up being a little bit. And I love doing bow style items. I do need to spend more time actually creating patterns for that. And with boy style patterns, which I actually did come up with a new vest pattern for my upcoming release, I'm very excited for that because I've tried to design it in a way so that it'll look flattering on most bust types, whether you have a large bust or no bust. It should be flattering to most people. I've made it very highly adjustable. You guys are gonna have to wait and see on all of that. This is turning more into a, hey guys, I'm so really excited about my collection because I'm actually doing the photo shoot for that tomorrow, and I'm super hyped. Most of my models are non-binary or agender, and that's exciting. That's another thing I like to really try and do for my shop, is I always try and get people who are on the whole spectrum of size and identity, and I don't want people to feel like they have to be excluded because they're outside of some norm. And if you go through my website, you do see like there are a couple of models that are more prominent that I use more often than others, and that tends to be just based on availability. But other than that, I love, actually, when I do fashion shows and such, I put out a call for all of the models, and then whoever ends up coming back to me, I always make the outfits to fit them specifically if I can, which tends to always be a limit on time more than anything else, because if there's always a problem with time when it comes to doing a fashion show or doing a garment release. My upcoming collection, for example, is missing items for the photo shoot. I'm hoping to have them done for the final release in July, and that way they'll be available on the website, but there won't be like teasers of them in the promo shoot that I'm filming this weekend, because obviously I'm filming it this weekend and they're not done. But I'm hoping to do some more flowy garments for that. They're just shapeless, but still, you know, aesthetically pleasing and draped beautifully so that it doesn't look like you're wearing a sack, although I can't lie, I do love me wearing some sacks. And I don't just mean sacks the colorway, because Saxton Blue, Lolita's abbreviate to sacks. Anyway, tangents aside, if you have any questions about my brand and the many ways in which I'm trying to queer fashion, I know this was just a rambly long video talking about my upcoming release mostly, and also just vaguely talking about the like 3 or 4 short quotes of things that I have done thus far. But I would love to talk more about that at length. I didn't have a script for this, hence why I'm rambling onwards. But I am just trying to find ways to challenge what is considered heteronormal. And that is something I hope that I am doing with my shop, and that's something that I aim to do more and 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 more as I continue to be out and loud. You know, I'm here, I'm queer, let's do some more with it, is the kind of general motto of the way I try and do things. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching if you made it all the way to the end. And whether it's morning, afternoon, or night, I hope you are having a wonderful day. And hopefully I will see you in the next video, which I'm also filming today, which is going to be exciting. I can't wait. And I hope you guys will join me then. Bye!